information, and
Yeah,
you might
man.
get flag on the play. So it's best to just play some old classic club in the background or nothing at all. I don't know. I really don't know. Well, what's going on, man? You know the Yoda all knowing what's happening in politics. Is Trump going to prison and
No.
what's happening?
Hell no, Trump ain't in prison.
Lord mercy, you know that.
But election time is coming up next year. I think y'all should be prepared and ready if you're
To
gonna vote. Everybody yell out, vote, vote, vote. But vote for who be my question. Who is going
Are
who
you
is going
allowed
to
to vote right
benefit the
now?
little man?
Can you vote right now?
That's all. Yeah, I got them right, but
Really?
I could vote. But for who?
How did you get that
That's the
right?
question.
Trump.
Tim say in that local.
Did they actually give it back to you?
Yeah, they sent me the voter cards.
I always get voter cards.
That means you can vote.
I thought because you was a felon that you didn't vote didn't
No,
count.
you can't vote.
You can vote, but it don't
Yeah,
She
count.
went through Tim say with me too.
Yeah, but I thought it was some fugazi. I thought it,
I mean,
it all
vote.
came crashing down. He said he wasn't really. Didn't
What?
remember it was on News Channel 3? I mean,
Voting is
You
really
free,
for.
something went bad with that. Some way you
I
have
believe
to.
everybody should be able to vote.
If
But I don't
you
think your vote counts if you're a felon or something.
Nah, if
Votes
free,
don't
you
count,
vote.
period. Unless locally and statewide your vote counts. But nationally your vote don't count.
If you're a felon, right?
Period. Because it goes to electoral
Yeah.
college.
That's the only votes that really matter,
And
right?
that's who, yeah, because if you could win the popular vote like Hillary and still lose. Be popular meaning you got all the people, the majority of the people
Voted for you. Right.
That electoral college vote supersedes all of that. I think it's like 177 or something like that. I know it's not a lot, but but that's where all the votes go for.
I'm learning something today. I'm
The
learning.
nation.
I'm hearing you because I don't
Nationwide.
ever vote. I don't think I've ever voted in my life.
And I don't blame you because there's never been anyone to vote for.
I mean, nothing that they've done ever. I don't know if I've ever felt the effect of what they've ever done.
All want status quo. They don't want anything to change.
To
The
me,
rich
they
get
just a
richer
bunch
and
of
the
rich
poor stay
folk.
poor.
Yeah, to me, they just a bunch
That's
of
all
rich
it is.
folk trying to find something to do. I don't even. It's just. I mean, I don't even understand it sometimes. But thank you for walking me through that voting process. I didn't think I could vote actually.
Yeah,
I ain't never voted. I think I voted in like the 5th grade, like for. You remember I was Ray was running or like some shit like
Well,
that.
that's kind of like the shit that
I was a
they
kid.
say that you never are free once you become a felon. You can never do all of the things that you normally could do before the felony because it's like the crime just keeps following you everywhere you go. They never, well, unless you get expunged, which is rare.
I thought they were gonna do that sometimes.
It depends on what your crime was, and once again, you have.
What
to
if
go
it was
to
sales?
court.
What if it was sales or something like that?
Depends on what you were selling. Only certain people can sell certain things.
What if it
Like
wasn't a
doctors can
dangerous
sell drugs,
controlled
but
substance or anything? It was just like.
Regular people can't. Huh?
Oh, okay. So what could get it expunged? I'm saying. What are they expunging? Like what's
Well,
the depth? How far does it go? Like if you got sales, do they expunge that off your shit?
I believe after a certain amount of time, everything except murder and I believe fraud. I'm not sure about fraud.
Definitely murder.
Murder can't be expunged unless you're found innocent. Then you can get it expunged.
What about the marijuana charges? How does that go?
Since we're in a state that legalized it, everything should come off the books. But you know, when it's reversing something or doing the right thing, that takes forever.
Right.
But
Probably not in our lifetime is what you're saying. You saying like that forever?
probably before it makes any sense to where it could benefit you. Like if you're a young adult, it might benefit you in the long run, but as of right now, nah. The way they move so slow to correct things, nah.
Well, I'm saying, well, why would you tell people to go out and vote if it don't even matter? Oh, you
Well,
saying in our little districts and like
yeah, it
the
matters
people
for the
that
people that's
who
close
you
to
like?
you.
Who you like in our who represents our what district are we in?
Man, something with you, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. Educate me in this art of this situation of voting. Like, who's our people? Who represents where we stay over here? Like, who our people is?
We don't have it.
Damn, I'm saying.
There's people out there
So
representing us.
if you was going to
but
vote for
none of them
anyone in Arizona, who would you vote for? I mean, like, sheriff, judge, what do we vote for? Mayors and shit.
All of it
Governors.
is based in status quo. We have a congressman right now trying to say that the military shouldn't be allowing diversity, like colored people.
Colored people?
And he represents Arizona. Yeah,
He said the military shouldn't what now?
shouldn't have diversity programs when allowing colored people in high-ranking offices. Basically like affirmative action.
Oh,
Like how they got rid of affirmative action for colleges, higher education, and all the small jobs and stuff. They excluded the military. Now it's Congress people saying that they should include the military.
Oh.
Therefore, they can have a bunch of white nationalists representing the United States, which is not enough people to actually run the military. If you go what they say, 'cause most of them say they're not racist.
So the point of voting is.
So you can keep an eye on the people closest to you, that's in charge of the money and the taxes that you give them. See, a lot of people don't follow the money. Now, they get mad when they say they want to give money to, well, they portray that there's a kickback of people that want to benefit poor and unfortunate people because that helps black people. But they also rarely say things about the money that's going out in big numbers to other places where the rich can lace their pockets with the cash, i.e. the defense. But for defense,
Big
860 billion this year.
It's
For
spent on
defense-
what?
Defenses.
Our way of living. Our way of living.
Defending.
No,
Yeah.
to lace.
For us to enjoy the freedoms that we have right now
That's what they
in America,
say.
and they have to
But
spend
it's to benefit.
$800 billion for us to enjoy the freedoms that we have. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's what he's saying, right?
I'm not hating. I'm hating.
No.
This is where I'm from, man. What else
We
I
don't
know
need that.
all the
We
place?
already have that. We have nuclear bombs.
We don't need that much
But-
money being spent
But since
there.
9/11, though, I mean, they made
But,
shit
see,
go that
this-
intensified the struggle.
This is what I'm saying. They got private industries and people that are in the military, not in the military, but that
Above the military.
create guns.
Yeah,
Weapons, yeah.
weapons of the
Yeah.
developers.
So that's where the money gets funneled into. Now they get to sell overseas to other countries, but they're being funded by the government. And they get to keep the money. But guess who's always invested in that also? The politicians. So they get kickbacks through stocks and bonds. So they give the money to places where they can lace their pockets instead of to the people who actually give the money. Now, if you're rich and you're not pulling your weight in that political realm, then that's your fault. But most of the people that got money, they're pulling their weight in that political realm. That's why we're going to AI. That's why the writers and the actors have both went on strike. Because they want to go to AI. They CIG everything.
What you mean? What you mean?
They,
Talk to him.
AI, artificial intelligence,
They cutting writers?
and actors.
They cut writers first. They cut all talent. Anything that could benefit black people. They're
They
cutting.
can use AI for now.
Walmart, they cutting all the cashiers and McDonald's, all of them, they cutting all the people out. So now where are the people going to get the money from? They got to go get it from the government, but guess what the government got? $860 billion in military defense. So you're voting for somebody to put in office to tell you what the fuck to do, instead of you telling them what to do.
Right.
As a majority, there are certain people that are telling them what to do, but that's
If
the
you
rich
take
people
your vote
who
back-
want to eliminate.
But if you take your vote back,
That's a slight rebellion.
it is what it is.
It depends on
We just
how many
going to
people-
demand that you work for us instead of we work for you.
Right, right.
Sounds good.
We can't
Well,
get
then
enough
we're
people
not gonna
together
vote
to even
for
have
you
that
then.
type of power.
Because they have us fighting over
Crumbs.
red, black, white, purple, blue,
Banging against each other.
rich, poor, white, black, all that. They got all of those Democrat,
They
Republican,
separate the people, so there is no people, so there is no power.
but they remain a unit. Three executive, this, what the fuck?
Legislative, judicial,
And executive.
and executive. No, is that it? No. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. But they also have the treasury and the defense. But the main three are the executive, legislation, and
Judicial.
judicial. So they remain a unit. So when you become into that corporation, only the top makes decisions. Now it's the people that can voice an opinion,
But at the end of the day, that top is going to have the last say, basically.
and the top has been overwhelmed and overrun by white supremacists for so long. It just trickled down white supremacy all over the place. But people don't notice that because they only start here. They don't go back and then follow the money. They only start where they notice it. Uh-oh, Obama president, look at the money. Who following the money now? They
So
start
right there,
Yeah, you
on
know
that
what I'm
point.
saying? They ain't no worry about what happened back in the day because it was
Right.
beneficial to most people
Right.
in this country. But this country runs a lot of shit around the world. So that's what people lack also. Like China is doing now. They're finally acknowledging it in America because China is doing it, getting close to what they've been doing. So now they want to bring in, we got a new enemy. China ain't never did nothing to me.
Ain't never.